Nehru called Bali the morning of the world. Flower-filled offerings are continually renewed. The air is scented with incense and sings with the notes of ceremonial bells and ancient gamelan orchestras. In the Balinese world, time, like music, moves in cyclical patterns. Every 210 days, the celebration of Galungan marks the time allotted for the growth of a single rice crop, and bamboo poles holding offerings grown in the fields are placed at the entrance to every house as invitations to join the family and their ancestors for 10 days of feasting. For the Balinese, life's most meaningful journeys take us through veils of illusion to discover Alango, a word that means much more than beauty. As Nehru saw, the Balinese world is filled with Alango. Colors, sounds, words, and fragrances connect the inner world of the self, the Buana Alit, the microcosm, to the outer world, Buana Agung, the macrocosm. Ritual journeys into Alango begin with a sacred bell called Ginta, forged only by priests of an ancient lineage. The complex sounds of the Ginta are known as Onkara, the sound that contains all sounds, symbolizing the unity of seeming opposites, like male and female, gods and humans, colors and emotions. These connections are expressed in myriad forms, in flower offerings that serve as cosmological maps, and in rituals of purification. The paths to Alango take many forms, from personal quests to the living theater of villages testing the potency of their sacred masks in spiritual combat, and the controlled flickering of a dancer's eyes as she becomes a Cendrawasi, the bird of paradise. Alango is also present in the lifelong labor of farmers as they shape their terraced rice fields to resemble faceted jewels. At the full moon of each new year, villages congregate en masse to bring offerings of thanks and prayers to the gods in their temples, which culminate on the slopes of the highest volcano, Mount Agung, at the mother temple of Pesaki. Following the Balinese calendar, which keeps track of the span of time in many dimensions, from one-day weeks to the kalpas, the ages of the world, the path to Alango is celebrated in the grandest of all temple festivals, held once a century at Pesaki.